Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We're taking a look at football management and administration in Nigeria. We spoke to Harrison Jala. We will say, look, FIFA cannot threaten Nigeria, that whatever was to happen should happen. And I also waited to speak to FIFA. And then we spoke to Mohamed Sanusi also, who says, look, we're fine. I went to the villa to do some work. And when I came back, I heard some persons protested in front of the office that there's no cause for alarm. Shala, you were just trying to let us understand why we should stay in our football. By the way, we're still monitoring what's happening at the Super Cup. It's Real Madrid 2, Atletico Madrid 1. In the 63rd minute, a penalty was scored by the captain of Real Madrid, Sergio Ramos. So that's information that you can use. I want to let us understand how important it is for us to stay with international football.
It's very important because that's the whole reason why, look, our girls are in France at the moment, and that's because we're a part of FIFA, So I think we know what we're doing, and we should just get back to the basics. We signed up to the FIFA Charter, and we have been a part of FIFA for so many years. Why are we trying to go against it now? And it's not difficult. There'll be elections in a few weeks' time. So for FIFA not to ban us, because some people are saying they should bring on the ban. I'm saying don't let them bring up any ban. We don't want them to ban us. Let us just stay action. These are people who are top-notch administrators. They should play the politics. They should get the numbers. It's a game of numbers. 44 delegates. Play the game. If Pinnick wants to return, he picks a form. Whoever wants to contest, about 3 or 4 people have already said they want to contest anyway, let them all go to the Congress and win and get legitimacy. Look, we should stop playing games. We should stop. There's no letter, it's a press release and this, that. We know that there is a letter. There is a letter. FIFA sent it.
Is this about interest, Shala?
It is interest. It's always been vested interest.
So who is not considering football?
Everybody involved. If they really care about the players, if they care about the coaches, if they care about the people who have put their money, look, at some point, Nigerian football was not attractive to corporate Nigeria. And recently, in 3 years, we've seen an upsurge. Even the local league that got knocked a few minutes ago has improved when it comes to the area of sponsorship. More brands are thinking of coming on board. So look at the issues that we're about to throw up now. If I've put my money in a 3, 4, 5-year deal with the NFF and all this crisis is going on, I am going to pull out my funds because I do not want to be associated with anything negative because it will rub off negatively on my brand. So by the time these brands start to pull out, this thing will crumble again, then we have to start building all over. We're almost getting back to the days of yore where there were so many brands involved in Nigerian sports. In the 80s, there were so many brands, and they all went away. We're getting them back now. But with this crisis, nobody in corporate Nigeria will want to get involved. So we need to stop this now. We need to nip it in the bud, and all we need to do is tell the gladiators to stay action. Look, 3-4 weeks is not a long time now. It's not. The elections must come up because Pinnick cannot overstay. This government, Pinnick and his board, they can't overstay, So, because when that starts to happen, there's illegitimacy thrown up here and there, and that's another issue.
But now the law is involved. Harrison Jala just reminded us that the High Court in Jos ruled something, the other party went to appeal, won, and then the other party went to the Supreme Court to appeal what the appeal court did. And Supreme Court says, go back to the orders from the just court. So everyone is now involved in the same law that they're saying, look, don't take it to... So you see, it's all... You get confused when you're trying to understand each other. So why can't we just run to the Ministry of Sports and say, can you just sit down with these parties and say, look, you're choking our football. Let go of its neck. Let's be productive again. Can't the ministry do that?
The Minister of Sports has tried. He has gotten involved. At some point, a lot of people felt that it was tilting towards one side. But at some point, after all the allegations were made, he actually came up with something that looked like a middle ground. And he asked both parties to go and sort themselves out. So I think we should leave him out of this. And I also say again and again that if we really care about our sports, we will do whatever it takes to avoid that ban, because that ban looks imminent, and it looks like maybe people feel that if they force a ban, then they will be able to, do whatever they want.
Shouldn't get there. Let's go
But
to.
we should avoid it.
Yeah, let's go to social media. Adeyemi Olani says it's clear that Harrison Jala is pro Dalong and Giwa. How will a Nigerian citizen want Nigerian banned by FIFA? The statement is appalling. It shows they want Pinnick out at all costs. What's your opinion? Ihoswoman says, what's the big deal about FIFA banning Nigeria? Are you for real? Nigerian football is backward and needs fresh air. Abdullahi Abubakar says, I don't think FIFA's ban can bring any good to the nation. Please, why is it so hard to put the national interest ahead of yours? So that's what I was saying. Everybody squash your personal interest. Say sorry to the other person that is hurt. Come together and say, look, for the sake of the
For the love of the game.
you know what I'm saying? The passion that you claim you have, can we just take away out of it?
The solution is there. It's glaring. But of course, vested interest will not allow a lot of people, see the right thing to do. And that's why I keep saying, if you consider the number of people who are involved with football in Nigeria, and look at corporate Nigeria, look at women's football, look at the 8th grade football thing and all of that. If you look at everybody, stakeholders, we're talking about even the media and everything.
Yeah.
If you put everybody's interest, into this basket, you will stay action and you will do whatever it takes. I don't know why anybody is still doubting the authenticity of that letter. Why would you even say there's no letter in the first place? Why would you say that? And why do these people feel that they need to use force? Either party, I don't understand. One moment the police are taking over, then the next moment the DSS is involved and everything. Harrison Jala also talked about them meeting with the new DG of the DSS, and that he made a statement on live TV that the DG said that those guys are there illegally. I'm thinking that the DG should have the power to call them off. If the DG told him and his friends that went there that, I don't know about this mission, then he should be able to call them off.
I know.
You don't need to come to TV to appeal to the VP.
Let's just move on. I'll just take one more comment and then we'll just move on with the show. Olugbenga says, if FIFA wants to ban us, let them go ahead and ban us. It will be a blessing in disguise. What is worth doing is worth doing well. NFF is presently in shambles. That's from Olugbenga. I don't know. Let's consider football in out of what we're doing.